A new levy on concrete will help pay for the mica scheme, but some believe that the measure is misdirected.
Whether they're young or old, we have a huge shortage of housing in Ireland, and that cost is going to be met by everybody trying to build a house, trying to build a home in this state, rather than the quarry owners who should be paying that cost because they're the ones who did this. The other major cause of inflation last year in Ireland, other than rising energy costs, was rising housing costs. And to add to the cost of building a house for any young family, or indeed old family, or whatever age you are, you'll pay the same amount, regardless of where you are in the country, you pay an additional 10% levy for your concrete. That is to pay for the mica redress scheme, which again, no problem with the mica redress scheme. But at the time it was being passed through, I argued that we do the opposition the courtesy of going through their amendments, but that we look at recouping some of the costs of that from the quarry owners that caused this problem. And of course, one of the biggest companies in Ireland, CRH's, owns many of those quarries now, owned less of them at the time, but they obviously thought they were a good buy, that the government would do sweet damn all to recoup any money. And sure enough, the government are recouping the money, or some of it, from everybody who wants to build a house. So everybody who wants to build a house, who can't really afford to build a house because the cost has gone up dramatically, and they weren't allowed to build a house during COVID, now they'll pay, there's lots of rising costs. The price of wood went up dramatically, the price of steel went up dramatically, the price of concrete produced in Ireland is now going to rise 10% for each and every one of those people because of your budget. I just don't see how that adds up into a strategy to reduce the cost of living in circumstances where the major drivers of inflation are energy, which I've dealt with, and housing costs, which I've just mentioned. So you make it more expensive to build houses in order to get more housing stock on the market to reduce inflation.